That was a fail. That was a fail.
That was a fail.
I need a different strategy.
Hey, I'm Clara, and today I'm going to show you how I got some free chairs, flipped them, and sold them for a big profit. Hit that subscribe button because this is my new favorite hobby, and I have a bunch of more videos coming for you. All right, so I am about to leave my house and go pick up some swivel rocker chairs. I found these on NextDoor. They were listed for free. They said there might be something kind of falling apart on it, so we'll see if I can actually flip them or not. But if I can, I think I can make a good profit. My car is filled with pink swivel rockers. And they're actually in pretty good shape. I was kind of surprised. The lady said they had tears on them, but I haven't really seen anything on them so far. I might be tempted to keep these, so. Okay, I just walked those two chairs up 2 flights of stairs, so I'm out of breath, but let me show you what we ended up with. Here they are in all their glory. They're kind of like a pinkish color. There's nothing that wrong with them. I mean, there's a few little stains here and there, and a couple little rips right there. This one's fine on that side. This one has this poking out. There is a big rip on one of the sides. But where is it? Oh, it's right here. So I'm gonna see if I can do something to kind of patch those up. There's one right there too. But otherwise they look like they're in pretty good shape. I did notice that there's a big rip on the bottom of both cushions. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do about that, but it's only on one side, so not a big deal. Overall, these were free, so I'm pretty happy about it. So these are pretty dirty. They're not horrible, but I did just order an upholstery steam cleaner, so I'm gonna wait to do that in a minute. But first, we gotta rip off these old lady skirts. Alright, I found my two favorite tools. A box cutter, and I don't know why I can't think of the name for this. It's not a wrench. Anyway, so I'm gonna just go ahead and rip these skirts off. That was a fail. Taking way too long, but there's something about this fabric that is just, I think, really old, so it's not coming off super easily. So I ripped the skirt off of one of the chairs, so I can kind of do before and after. Here's the before, here's the after. Doesn't that look so much better? There's like a couple little bumps here with the staples, so I think I need to go in with some like needle nose pliers and get it all done. But overall, I'm pretty happy about it. Okay, it's been a couple hours. I had to go run some errands, but I'm back. I got some things that I think are really gonna help me level up. Long needle nose pliers, a staple gun. So I think these are really gonna help with ripping the skirt off of this next chair. And I also picked up another free chair while I was out. So I'm not gonna even work on that today. I'm gonna try and finish these two. And then we'll see what happens after that.
I need a different strategy.
So I got a different strategy, which was to use the needle nose pliers and also to use a flathead screwdriver. And I took the flathead screwdriver and I would kind of wedge it in between the staples on the fabric and then use the needle nose pliers to pull. And it worked all right. It was definitely better than the other pliers I had been using, but honestly the fabric was just so old and fragile that it was really hard to get it to come off without just kind of crumbling. And also all the little spots around the staples hung on. But I did finally get the whole skirt off, and then I took my needle nose pliers and went around the whole area where the skirt had been and pulled out any extra staples or little bits of fabric that were still there on the chair. Okay, I've been working on these chairs for a while. Honestly, it's taken longer than I would have liked to get the skirts off of them, but I think the fabric was just so old that it was basically just ripping really, really easily. So while I was out, I ended up getting a spot cleaner. So I got the Bissell Spot Clean Pro Heat Pet, and I'm gonna use this to vacuum and clean these chairs. I've never used one of these before, if you can't tell. I think I'm ready to go. So I sprayed down the whole chair with the water and the upholstery cleaning solution, and then I vacuumed it up with the same tool. All right, so I just finished vacuuming, shampooing, whatever, this first chair here, and there's a learning curve, turns out. You're supposed to spray the water from a far distance and then vacuum it up, and I was spraying it while it was vacuuming, and that made way too much water. Anyway, it's absolutely disgusting. So I'm really glad that I'm cleaning these chairs, because who would want to sit on that? So I'm going to do the kitchen now, and then I'm going to take a break. It's taking longer than I thought it would, and I think I'm sensing a theme here with chair flipping. There's a big rip on the bottom side of the cushions of both of these. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is take some of the leftover fabric from the grandma skirts I ripped off. I also cleaned this. I'm gonna cut it off, place it on, and then hot glue it into place. It's only on the underside of the chair, so I'm not too worried about it. I took extra fabric from the grandma skirt and I cleaned it. Then I measured the size of the rip, the length of the rip, and basically just hot glued it into place. The rip is only on the one side of the seat cushion, so I figured that I could just put that as the underside and not really worry about it. There were also a few small rips on the sides of one of the chairs, and I just did my best to kind of fill them in the same way with hot glue and extra fabric. I like to use non-toxic natural cleaners whenever I can, so here I'm using a Trader Joe's spray, but you could also use a homemade cleaning solution made of vinegar and water mixed together. All right, here's the after. Got them staged in here with some nice tulips, a good wood floor, nice lighting from the window, little mirror. Pretty happy with how they turned out. I was pretty happy with how these chairs turned out. It was my first time staging chairs and listing them on Facebook Marketplace. I listed them for $200 for the pair or $125 each. And I just tried to take some nice photos of them with the white wall and nice wood floor and some flowers. I honestly think that my staging can use a lot of work, but it was my first try. I made sure to take some close-ups of the chair and to show any imperfections so that a buyer would not be surprised or upset. It didn't take too long and one of the chairs had sold, but after a few days I realized that the other one just wasn't selling, and I thought that maybe swivel rockers weren't too hot in my area. So I used that as an excuse to go on a field trip to Lowe's and pick up some new legs for the next chair. Luckily, it was not hard at all to take off the swivel rocker. I just used a screwdriver gun and took off the 4 screws that were over there. And then I guess I went to go get my vacuum and disappeared. Felt like the swivel rocker just was not working on this one, so I took it off. And now I'm putting on some more fresh modern legs. When it was all done, I thought it looked even better than the swivel rocker. I tried a couple different ways to stage it, and then I listed it on Facebook Marketplace. I ended up selling it for $110, and I spent about $30 on the legs. So I got these chairs for free on NextDoor. I spent $30 putting new legs on one of them, and I ended up selling one for $110 and the other for $100. That is $210 minus the $30 that I spent on legs. That's a $180 profit. Not bad for my first flip. I will say that it definitely took a lot of time and energy, but I really enjoyed the process, so I will definitely be doing it again. Give this video a thumbs up, like it, subscribe, and I'll catch you soon for more chairs.